And we have got one more panelist, and our third panelist is Kubín. Jan is a sustainability environment specialist at YIT, which is an established property development company with Finnish roots, but nevertheless, they have been operating on the Czech market for the last 14 years or more than 14 years, actually. And they are bringing high quality housing with a great attention to detail to the market in the Czech Republic. So welcome, Jan. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for your introduction. And so my name is Jan Kubín. I'm a sustainability and environment specialist at YIT. As was mentioned, YIT is a construction company and developer. We operate in 9 countries, I'm sorry. And first, I would like to talk about sustainability, what sustainability means at YIT, how we can see the sustainability, because, you know, everybody heard about sustainability. It's a word that, you know, you can imagine many things under it, and the word is increasingly important to our customers, to our investors. And just a brief description here in this slide, you can see on the right side, you can see a building. It's our latest project. It's called Cibulka. It's an apartment building, actually 7 apartments building together. And this used to be a factory. And when we bought this plot, we decided, or our top management decided, that we are not going to demolish the building, because one of the sustainability, or how to be a sustainable, means that we revitalize existing urban areas or existing buildings or factories. Another meaning of sustainability for us is efficient use of natural resources. We try to use photovoltaic systems, solar systems. Even in Finland, they are using heat pumps, heat pumps and renewables generally. And in the following slides, we will get to another meaning of sustainability for us. It's a circular economy. So as a builders and developer, this is a sustainability. It means that we have to look forward, we have to use new materials, new technologies in our projects. Another very broad word is this abbreviation ESG that was mentioned. What does it mean? E, that it's an environment, S as a social, and G as a corporate governance in our case at YIT. And I would like to talk a little bit more about the letter E, because environment in YIT, it means carbon dioxide emissions. And we decided that we are going to reduce CO2 emissions in our operations and also in our projects. And in the following slides, I will tell you more about science-based targets initiative, that how we are going to reduce carbon dioxide emission and so on. But let me say something about the S and G. As social, it means, you know, we are a construction company, developer, and it means that we are offering not the buildings or schools, but also completely the environments for society. It means that we try to continue offering better living, and there is some kind of concept of 50-minute walks city. It means that you have completely everything in 15-minute walks. It's like you live somewhere in the building, you work somewhere in administration, you can get there in 15 minutes by local transportation or just by walk or cycling your bicycle. Another very important aspect in social is accident frequency in our construction sites, and we would like to make our workplace zero harm. It means that there is no accident. We really focus on this, especially our top management in Finland. And letter G, corporate governance, it means that we do not accept grey economy, corruptions, labor exploitation, and everything. As I mentioned, we just right now, YIT Group as a corporate, we operate in 9 countries in Europe. We had been for I don't know, maybe 50 years in Russia, and top management decided that we sell all the businesses, premises, and so on, all the stuff in Russia. So we just this year we just withdrew from Russian Federation, and we no longer operate here. Science-Based Targets Initiative. As a construction company developer, we know that we generate almost 40% of global carbon dioxide emissions per year, especially in production or manufacture of cement and other building materials, steel, reinforced, and so on. And in 2029, YIT decided to commit to Science-Based Targets Initiative. It's, you can imagine SBT is some kind of a tool how to set up your targets, and it's based on science. You can see here that in our own operation, we are going to reduce our carbon dioxide emissions 50%. It means in construction sites, in our offices, and how we use green electricity, renewable fuels, and construction work efficiency, tax time, we call it. On the other hand, we have our projects, our buildings, hospitals, and transportation systems, and so on. And then we decided to reduce carbon dioxide emissions in 15%. And it means that we have to look for new low carbon materials. We have to look for new technologies. We have to look for renewable energies and resources. And it's very difficult, but it's our target. It's our target. It's our goal. We do some calculations, and we realized that the scope 3, it means the upstream and downstream carbon dioxide emissions in our projects cover almost 95% of YIT Group's carbon footprint. So this is a really challenge for us, and in the following slides, I will show you some examples how we try to focus on this scope 3. Right now, I would like to talk about ESG card. At YIT, we just invented this card as a tool for implementing those sustainable measurements in our projects. We decided that you can see here 12 sections in ESG card that for us are the most, or in the constructions and developer, is the most important things, like usage of rainwater, harvesting rainwater, waste management on our construction sites, use of prefabrications, because we are reducing the tax time, the work time or construction time. We are going to use recycled materials in our projects, especially the materials that have a EPD. EPD means environment product declaration. It's some kind of life cycle assessment of the product. We prefer to build on brownfields, as I showed you the first picture, there was the former factory, and we make new residential buildings out of the factory, and so on. So there is some card that we, at the beginning of each project, we are going through the card with our architects and engineers and top management, and we just take which proposed measures are suitable for the concrete project, and then we are looking for the benefits. Like if we use renewables, we know that we save some carbon dioxide, so there is a benefit in reduction carbon dioxide emissions. If we use, for example, blue-green infrastructure, it means that in those proposed measurements, we are going to save some kind of biodiversity in the location that we are going to build the apartment building, and so on. And because our management decided that our residential buildings will be going through the BREEAM certification, this card really can help us in this certification process. Right now, I'm going to the example that I would like to show you. One of our projects is Vesy Hostivař. It's an apartment building project. It's here in Prague, very close to the Hostivař Dam. And in this project, we decided to use so-called recycled concrete. It's not a standard concrete. It's a concrete that is made of, or in the concrete, there is not a natural aggregate, but instead of it, there is a crushed construction demolition waste. And I think this is really a brilliant example of application circular economy, because we are going to use a secondary raw material construction demolition waste. And instead of being taken to the landfills, and I made some calculations in one-click life cycle assessment software. And in this project, we use this recycled concrete in some external walls and of above ground floors and in the concrete linings, as you can see in this picture on the left side. And in the calculation, the results are that we are going to save almost 290 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. So I think this is very good, very brilliant example of how to use recycled materials, how to use a circular economy. The last slide before I will thank you for your attention. I would like to describe this image. This is our latest project. It's a Suomi kindergarten. It's built in our Lubiekin location, because we have been in this location in Suomi, Lubiekin, for, I don't know, maybe 12 years. And again, this is a very good example where we use wooden building materials. Like you can see this wooden shingles that make the coverings of the building. There is a really very good system for harvesting rainwater. And of course, we are right now participates in the building of the year competition. So if you like to vote for this building, this, kindergarten, you can go and vote for construction. And of course, you can find another specific or detailed information on our website, www.yit.cz. And so thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jan. Very interesting presentation, fantastic building. I will definitely vote for this one. It looks beautiful.
Thank you very much.